Hey, my Geminis. Welcome to your weekly reading for November 19th through the 25th. Happy Mercury retrograde. Happy full moon in Gemini. My understanding, Gemini, is that you all are going to be feeling the Mercury retrograde pretty intensely. And I think it's also because of the fact that we have the full moon in your sign this week. And that can make us a little moon sensitive and a little emotional. But we'll see what the cards have to say. And we'll see what is coming up. So for those of you who don't know, this will be a general reading for the week ahead with one card for love. Here's your Monday, Tuesday. Let's get Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. One card for love. Alrighty, my dears. And if you want more information on love, like if you're wanting more extensive love reading, check out the love reading for November for Gemini after this video. You can watch it. It's already up on the channel. But your Monday, Tuesday is starting off with Six of Water, guys. And this is like regret. This is like wishing that you had done something differently. This card did also come up for Gemini. So, for Leo. So some of you Geminis might be dealing with a Leo, and you might be looking back and you might be feeling like you wish you had done something differently, or you wish that you had not left a situation or walked out of a situation. And so for some of you, there might be some kind of reconciliation. But Six of Water is also asking you to be realistic, because a lot of the times when we look back at the past and we have regrets, it's because we're remembering the situation better than it actually was. If there weren't problems, if there weren't issues, you wouldn't have made the decisions that you made or taken the leaps or the risks that you took. I mean, there's a reason why you did it. There was a reason why you felt pushed or motivated. So keep this in mind and be realistic with your expectations, and understand that even if you want to rekindle that relationship, or if you're wanting to try to make peace with this person and start again, understand that there's still some issues that are going to have to be dealt with. It's not just like, you know, oh, I was wrong, I had it wrong, and let's just go back and everything is going to be perfect. Like, there's some work that's going to have to be done. And have faith and know that wherever you are now, whatever decisions you made, you're there for a reason. Okay, like the universe has brought you to where you are in this moment for a reason. So don't feel necessarily like you made bad choices or that you shouldn't have gone in a certain direction, because there's a reason for why you're where you're at now. This is a general reading, my friends, so this may not resonate. Some of it may resonate. It may not resonate at all. So be sure to check out your moon sign and rising sign videos as well. Some weeks those are going to resonate with you more, or you may need a private reading, which I'm happy to do. Your card for the middle of the week is the Love card, my friends, and this is Major Arcana. So whatever situation you're dealing with right now, this week specifically, has to do with something you came into this life to master. It's a life lesson, life purpose, life goal, something that your spirit said, when I come into this life, this is what I'm going to learn, or this is what I'm going to do. So some of you might be feeling very motivated when it comes to love. And I feel, Gemini, some of you are very frustrated because you've had no shortage of possibilities. You've had no shortage of romantic partners, but there's just been nobody that has held your interest. There's been nobody that you felt like, you know what, I can't really imagine my life without this person. I feel like some of you are feeling bad because you're thinking and feeling like, you know what, maybe I treat people like they're replaceable. Like maybe I'm using this word very hesitantly, but maybe some of you are feeling like maybe I treat people a little bit disposable, and like you don't like that. You don't like that you've been doing that. So I think for some of you, what this card means is that you're really working on having more of a connection, right? And this song came up in one of the other readings too. I don't know why it's coming up right now in this reading, but I think of the Beyonce song, the To the Left song, like, you know, everything you own is in the box to the left, and I'm gonna have another one of you in like 30 seconds or something, or whatever it is. Like, I think a lot of you have had that badass energy. Like, look, I don't need you. I like having you around, but I don't need you. You can go. And now you're like, but you know what? I don't want somebody that replaceable. Like, I want a one in a million person. I want somebody who I can't just turn around and replace, and I want to feel that connection. So a lot of you Geminis, you guys are air signs, so you're very logical, you're in the head, but I feel like you're wanting to balance down and come down into the heart. You're wanting to be more love centered. And so be patient with yourself. This is a process. You might cry a lot. You might be very emotional as your heart chakra is opening. You might watch some commercial on TV and get all super emotional all of a sudden, and you're like crying at an M&M commercial or a car rental commercial or something stupid, and you're like, oh my god, like, am I going crazy? What is happening with me right now? You're not going crazy. It's temporary. It'll pass. Just as your heart chakra is opening up, you get really emotional and you might get triggered or you might cry easy. It's good. It means you're starting to feel again, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. Some of you Geminis, maybe you're very loyal and maybe you are into connection, but it could be that somebody really hurt you, and now you're opening up to love again. You're opening up for like the right person, like to have faith and to have trust that the right person is coming in. Your Friday, Saturday, and Sunday is 9 of fire, and this is being defensive. This is like being on the guard. So for some of you, you're definitely dealing with relationship issues. For some of you, it's going to be romantic, but for some of you, it's a friendship or a family member. As you're trying to live your life and get stable and established in your life, you might feel like this other person, this other relationship is being critical of your choices or decisions, or that they're holding you back in some way. And you're trying to find the balance. You're trying to be loving. You're trying to let love in. You're trying to not let your brain do all of the logical decision making, but also to have a heart and a soul in your decisions. But you might be a little bit on the defensive. You might be a little bit like, gosh, like, how are we going to talk? Also because, Gemini, you're going to be pretty feisty. There's a few of you signs that are going to be pretty feisty during the Mercury retrograde, and you all are one of them, okay? Like, you're going to get heated pretty quickly, and you're going to want to just really come at somebody and like tell them off or react. And then on top of it, we've got the full moon in Gemini, and this is going to be a moon about not being sure what we want and flip-flopping and going back and forth, and you're just like, holy cow, like, it's a lot of emotion to be dealing with. And then on top of it, to have this person, and for a lot of you, it will be a soulmate situation, life lesson soulmate, contract soulmate. And again, you can have soulmates that are not romantic. But there's just a lot of heavy work here to do with this person. And you might be a little bit defensive. You might be waiting for them to go back to their old ways. You might be waiting for them to insult you in some way. But the beautiful thing of 9 of fire is like you've already been through the gamut. Whatever there is to do, you've done it. You know what signs to look for. You know what the red flags are. So even if you let this person back in, or if you're giving a new person a chance, you already know what the warning signs are. So if you see the warning signs, you can nip it in the bud. You're not going to get all pulled in and have another 2, 3, 4, 5 years of this heartache and this back and forth, because you know what to look out for. And this time when you see it, you're not going to tolerate it. So you're safer in this situation than you realize. Your love card for the week is the Moon. So again, major arcana, guys, soulmate, soul lesson, soul moment type energy. I feel like a lot of you are going to have a very hard time with feelings coming up around the Mercury retrograde, around the full moon, where you're realizing a lot of emotions you haven't dealt with. For some of you, you're feeling super lonely and you're wanting a partner, and you're wanting not just anybody, but you're wanting like the person. You're like, where is my person? They need to hurry up and get here. They need to get here now. I can't wait anymore. And some of you are in the energy of being triggered by somebody. Like somebody either right now is triggering you, or you've been hoping or wanting somebody to come back, and it's beginning to trigger a lot of the feelings that you have had buried for a very, very, very long time. And you're realizing that there's a lot in your heart that you've been ignoring because you've been in the brain. You've been in like the intellect and the logic and conversation and mental stimulation and things like that, and you haven't been in the energy of paying attention to what's going on with your emotions. And now you're in this whole thing of where like the floodgates are opening, and you are emotional, and you are realizing where you're hurt, and you are realizing where you feel weak or where you feel vulnerable. And it's going to scare the crap out of some of you. But the good news about it is that this is all signs that your heart chakra is opening. Okay? And your heart chakra needs to be open so that you can call in the right love and the right partner and the right relationship. Even if you don't want romance, even if you're in a place where you're like, dude, I'm going to be damned if I ever get married again, or I'm going to be damned if I am in a relationship. I'm happy on my own. Even then, your heart chakra is opening up so that you can manifest, so you can call in good friendships, people to treat you with respect, good opportunities, abundance. We can't have those things if our heart's not open. So, my dears, be patient with yourselves. Be patient with yourselves. Write out those waves of emotion. If you need to cry, cry. If you need to scream into a pillow, scream into a pillow. It's going to be okay. It's just happening so that you can have the blessings come in. Again, this is general. Check out your moon sign and rising sign. It might give you more information. Check out the love reading. And you guys are going to have a doozy of the week with the retrograde. So subscribe and hit notification if you haven't already. And then check out the Mercury retrograde video when I do that. And the full moon video too. Thank you guys for commenting, liking, sharing. Those of you who've been reaching out for private readings, it's been wonderful getting to know you. I'm very enjoying getting to know you guys. So thank you for reaching out. Thank you for keeping in touch on social media. And thank you for letting me be part of your journey, Gemini. Till next week, my friends.